Hi, I'm Supervisor Anthony Colavita, and I'm delighted to be here with two Eastchester High School students to talk about the position of supervisor. And looking forward to the interview. Thank you, girls, for being here today. I'm very happy to participate. And say hello to Mr. Boris also.
What is the main purpose of your job?
The main purpose of my job is to preside over the government of Eastchester. And the government of Eastchester, the geographical boundary is all of the town of Eastchester, which includes the villages of Tuckahoe and of Bronxville. And I'm basically the chief executive. That's what my main purpose is.
What are you responsible for?
I'm responsible for a lot. It's not an easy job. It's tough. You're responsible for many things. For example, we're responsible for one of the most important things we do is to keep our citizens safe. So what we do is, we have a police department, and I'm in charge of the police department. Also, we want to make sure that we keep all of our roads safe and plowed. We also pick up garbage. We assess homes. We give out building permits to make sure that people, when they're constructing things, are doing it in a safe manner and that we don't put anyone at risk for injury or for fire. We also collect taxes. We have courts that people have, we have criminal prosecutions. We have landlord-tenant matters. We have civil cases. We have all kinds of stuff going on down there. And also we're in charge of all the fields. And many of you in your class, I'm sure, played Little League soccer or Blue Devils or whatever, and you know all the stuff that goes on there to make that happen. And we also have a lot of other things we do, like we resolve a lot of constituent problems. Some people might have an issue with flooding in their home or a problem with a tree or neighbor or whatever the case might be. And we pretty much handle just about everything that comes through the door. We try to get involved with as best we can.
What does your job entail?
Well, as I said earlier, it's like I'm like the chief executive, governmental executive, meaning I have to manage all these different departments. And also, Eastchester is a little complicated because not only is there an overall town government, but there's a separate government for each of the 3 school districts. And the villages, though they are villages within the town, they have their own governments as well. And there's a fire department, which has its own government. So we're kind of like the big brother to all the organizations here. But they do have their separate governments, and we work intergovernmentally with all of them on a host of other issues as well. But pretty much my job is to make sure that I supervise the day-to-day operations of town government, to make sure that the offices are open, things are happening, people are being made safe, people are being transported back and forth. And for example, with the seniors, we have a wonderful program. We have so many things we offer our seniors. I'm in charge of making sure all those programs are available to them and are happening on a daily basis.
How did you get your job?
Oh, how do I get my job? I ran for office. Mine is an elected position. In order to be the supervisor, you have to win a local election. And I was the town council, a member of the town council for 6 years, and then I ran for supervisor. And I've been in this seat since 2004. But you need to run for office. This isn't like the governor comes in and appoints you with something. You got to show everybody that you've earned their confidence and responsibility, and you get voted in.
What are some major issues the town has to face, and how do you deal with it?
Well, there's a lot of issues. Really, like, when you think about the town, you have to look at things sometimes in the big picture perspective. And the big picture perspective is to make sure we keep Eastchester affordable for young families, for seniors, for people that are working like crazy, while at the same time delivering the same level of high quality of services that they've become used to. And this high quality of life we enjoy in Eastchester. Now, I always kid around at graduation. I say, Eastchester is a great town, I told all the seniors, and you're going to find that out as soon as you leave it. Because you're going to go around, you're going to see these other towns, and it'll be, I guess where I live in wasn't really so bad. It's a pretty special place. But I want to keep Eastchester affordable while maintaining a high quality of services. So it's really difficult to manage and create a budget that does that. So we're trying to keep the place affordable by delivering services and all, and keeping things safe. But like on a smaller scale, we want to try and find some place for our seniors to live. We created a special permit category in our zoning code because Eastchester has a lot of seniors, and we don't want them to move elsewhere. We want them to be here in Eastchester. So we're trying to find ways to encourage that with development. We also have like an issue with the dam over at Lake Innisfree, which is Lake Isle. That dam has to be repaired, but nobody owns it. So we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna go about doing that. And there's a big meeting tonight in Town Hall about how to handle that. So like every day that commences, there's always something else that pops up. But those are big issues. Also, the other issue we have is commercial development versus residential development. See, Eastchester is predominantly a residential town, but we do have a nice corridor, say up White Plains Road, which is big for commercial businesses, retail businesses, and those businesses pay taxes, and those help your folks pay less taxes. So we're trying to figure out how to balance that. Those are usually our big challenges.
Thank you.
Right, I'm very, very thankful that you guys came in. I'm always available if you have any follow-up questions, and I wish you the very best of luck. And this is certainly deserving of an A on their grade, without question. Thank you.